President Cyril Ramaphosa has extended an invitation to the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to visit South Africa in the near future. The presidency's spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, telling journalists in Pretoria that Cyril Ramaphosa wants the visit to happen as soon as possible. The Mail and Guardian reporting that a formal invitation was extended in January already. Liubov Abravitova is the South African or the Ukrainian ambassador to South Africa. Good morning, Ambassador. Really appreciate your time again. Has your president accepted Cyril Ramaphosa's invitation?
Good morning, and thank you for having me again. Yes, of course, we have been working on this visit for a while, and you know that President Ramaphosa visited Ukraine in the beginning of Russian invasion, and it was just a matter of time and agreeing on the date that would suit to both sides to President Zelensky to come to South Africa.
What currently how would you color South African and Ukrainian relations? I remember in the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, South Africa was urged to be a bit more strident in condemning Russia. South Africa tends to play both sides, or at least wants to appear as neutral and behind the scenes try and offer a space for negotiation. And that has often left many feeling that South Africa is certainly not a friend of Ukraine. That has somewhat changed that perception, but how would you color South African-Ukrainian relations at the moment?
I guess no one was ready for the brutal violation of international law in 2022 to that extent as it happened by Russia in Ukraine. And it took us some time to really navigate in terms of our bilateral relations to understand the real and explain the real cause of this invasion. The process was very dynamic. We have seen bilateral contacts getting very often and intense. I think the culmination obviously will be the visit. When the conflict, the war is happening, always there is another side of any crisis. And what Russia actually did for Ukraine and South Africa is that it provoked us to boost our contacts and our relations, to recognize how important we can be for each other politically, and I'm sure very soon we also will recognize how important can we be for each other economically.
This invitation comes at a time when relations between Ukraine and the US has hit a low point. Donald Trump even referring to your president as a dictator because you haven't had an election. I wonder why he doesn't know you've had an election, because you've currently been at war since 2022. What currently is the relationship between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump specifically?
Well, you understand that I am ambassador of Ukraine to South Africa, and I can speak only to the extent that I am aware. And I would first say that our internal situation, our elections not happening, it's more not internal but legal issue. Because according to our constitution and according to our laws, we cannot hold elections during the imposing of martial law, which is actually happening since 2022. So as soon as Ukraine has security guarantees, as soon as Ukraine can obtain the just peace, we are looking forward, according to our legislation, to have another level of another democratic elections. And criticism that, or not even criticism, but expressions that Mr. Trump was expressing actually brought Ukrainians to the point where President Zelensky's support internally is skyrocketing today. If, according to some statistics, it was 57% a couple of days ago, now it's really even more stronger. So I think that it is yet another proof that we don't have to forget and to lose the focus on what is really happening in Ukraine. And after our previous discussions, I felt very bad that we even didn't mention that the war is continuing. The bombing of Ukrainian peaceful cities at night and at day is happening every day. And whatever dynamic of the geopolitics, whatever expressions and estimations of Ukraine's internal situations are, the matter of the fact is that Russia is not willing to stop the war.
Liubov Abravitova, really appreciate your time, Ukrainian ambassador to South Africa.